Now it's my pleasure to introduce the Chairman of the Board of Supervisors, Efren Carrillo. He's coming forward. Efren was raised in the Roseland area of Santa Rosa in our county's first Habitat for Humanity home. Efren's dedicated his life to public service, and following graduation from UC Berkeley, Efren held key positions with the Economic Development Board, the Sonoma County Business Environmental Alliance, the Office of Assemblyman Joe Nation, and the Redwood Credit Union. Efren was elected to the Board of Supervisors in November 2008 and June 2012. His current term began in January 2013, and this year he serves as chair of the board. As supervisor, his current public service resume includes Santa Rosa Violence Prevention Task Force, Sonoma State University President's Advisory Council, United Way Schools of Hope Advisory Committee, and a volunteer tutor. Compact for Success Advisory Committee, a founding member of LOCN, Conservation of the Core of the North Bay Advisory Board, and many more. So I hope you'll join me in a very warm welcome for the Chairman of the Board of Supervisors, Efren Carrillo.
Thank you, Ben. It truly is an honor and fitting to be introduced by Ben, who provided my professional entry into Sonoma County. Many of you know that I started my county career as an intern at the Economic Development Board. I had taken economics courses during college, but hadn't really figured out how to apply them to the real world. And it was Ben who looked past my inexperience, took a chance on an energetic local boy full of ideas around economic development, and provided me an opportunity. Thank you, Ben, not only for the gracious introduction this morning, but for also providing the inspiration that your internship program provides to so many young, aspiring individuals. And I also want to thank the interns for giving Ben a chance to hire you as well. Welcome. Thank you for showing up today, and I say thank you not only to the members in this room today, but also to the county employees who showed up this morning, and I mean that. So, thank you for showing up every day to make this community a better community. It is a privilege to work alongside many of you on the hard and wonderful efforts that help make this area one of the most beautiful and healthy places in the world. Me gustaría dar una cordial bienvenida también a nuestros amigos de Colombia que nos acompañan esta mañana. I'd like to welcome our friends. From Colombia, from South America, who are here on an educational expedition with the Sonoma County Water Agency. A warm welcome from Sonoma County as well. So lately, when we're not in marathon meetings, as we had last night, and I understand the city of Santa Rosa did as well, you'll find me either elbow deep in diaper changing or on the soccer field. And I'll certainly spare everyone the pictures of diaper changing this morning. You are welcome. I do have them. It's an understatement to share that I'm an avid soccer fan, or football, as I like to refer to it. I love everything about the sport: the preparation, the sweat, the tears, the excitement, and who doesn't like the thrill of winning? But even more than the fun, it's the challenges that I find the greatest joy in. While I strive to work hard on the field, to give it my all, we all know that a game can only be won when the team shows up, brings their best to the field, and works together. Fortunately, I get to work with a very special team, special in many ways, I should add, who bring a whole host of expertise and skills to the daily grind of county life. As chair of the Board of Supervisors, I'm delighted to not only introduce, but to thank my colleagues on the board, my teammates on the board. Outgoing board chair, Susan Gorin, Shirley Zane, serving as our vice chair, David Rabbit, and James Gore. Really thank you for the teamwork. Now, while humble in its brevity, our theme for 2016 is progress. As one of my heroes in life and someone we just celebrated earlier this month said, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. And I'll be the first to admit that progress can sometimes take time, and it can be painfully slow, especially in government. As public servants, it is our duty to listen to the needs of the community and then utilize that input to guide the organization, taking one step at a time towards the end goals. Now, this guidance I take not just from Dr. King, but from my young boys too. My 4-month-old is working to crawl, and my 6-year-old is now running but looking to fly. Sometimes not successfully, and let me tell you, 6-year-olds try it. In 2015, Sonoma County certainly saw its fair share of progress. Every year, the board reviews our strategic plan. We don't just shelf it, we live it and refer to it daily. It grounds our decision-making, and it's fundamental towards our path moving forward. Our strategic plan lays out 4 main goals, which include achieving a healthy, safe, and caring community, economic and environmental stewardship, investing in a future, and enhancing civic services and engagement. We continue to advance these goals, which support the overall county mission to enrich the quality of life in Sonoma County through superior public service. In the world of football, or the world of soccer to some of you, this is the game plan. We adapt to a changing environment and try new strategies, different plays, but we always bring it back to a trusted game plan. Creating a healthy, safe, and caring community starts with ensuring every Sonoma County resident has a place to call home, that every child, family, veteran, senior, and worker has a roof over their head. In 2015, we concentrated many of our efforts and our discussions and our collective energy towards advancing housing opportunities and reducing homelessness in our community. We committed an unprecedented level of resources to mitigate the social and economic impacts associated with those that are unsheltered in light of a tight housing market, as we heard from Dr. Nicholsberg. We adopted the Housing First model, a guide for focusing our investment opportunities to get people into permanent housing. The Community Development Commission developed a toolbox, which outlines our path to creating 2,000 new housing opportunities through coordinated county-wide effort. To accomplish this, the county is committed to supporting the creation of 200 units annually for the next 10 years. Now that sounds like a long time, but just yesterday we approved projects in Roseland and Sonoma Valley that will create an estimated 220 additional units, with the majority of them being affordable. That's what we call progress. You know, I still remember what it felt like at age 10 for my family to move into our first home, to our first real home. As someone whose life trajectory was changed thanks to Habitat for Humanity, my greatest privilege today remains making available that same opportunity to other families. We aren't just creating homes. I'll say that again, we aren't just creating homes. We are keeping hope and dreams alive. And we're going to continue to tackle those issues and dedicate resources. I think we recognize that our plans are ambitious, but the need is essential. Housing and homelessness are issues that cannot be ignored. Housing will remain a top priority for the entire board this year. The county also took a significant step forward regarding mental health treatment in our jail. In 2015, I had the opportunity to lead a staff-driven application process that resulted in a $40 million grant from the state to expand the mental health facilities in our detention center. This will improve services and conditions for one of our most vulnerable populations in the jail and assist them and integrating back into our community more successfully upon their release. Now, we recognize that essential needs beyond housing, food, and access to health care. We believe that every young child should have a right to early education, that education begins with access to universal preschool. This board is in full support of the upstream investment policy of embracing the health and economic benefits of universal preschool for all children under 5. That must have been the first 5 commission table. In 2015, we committed $655,000 towards this cost. It enabled us to leverage $2.4 million of outside funds. When established, we will have secured more than 300 preschool slots to children who otherwise would not have had the opportunity for preschool, a vital opportunity that predicts future success in life for our kids. So we stand firm in expanding this effort next year. Children that benefit from quality early education will spearhead progress in the county for generations to come. So not only do we have the responsibility to ensure our children are educated and prepared, but also to be effective leaders in preparing a stable economy and natural environment for the next generation to thrive in. Being economic and environmental stewards, it means advancing sustainability through all aspects of the county. This is not owned by any one individual or environmental organization that self-describes themselves as an environmental organization. This responsibility belongs to every single one of us. Now, this year we will focus even more efforts on adapting to extreme weather conditions and managing our groundwater resources. These efforts will be groundbreaking. It might be raining and the mushrooms may be good and our reservoirs may be filling, but we know that this is not a reason to dial back our efforts, at least not today. Last year, we all worked together to decrease water usage by 27% countywide compared to 2013. Conservation is our new normal. In 2015, we opened new park areas like the North Sonoma Mountain Regional Park and Open Space Preserve, and secured nearly 1,400 new acres of open space. This coming year will mark the opening of new opportunities to experience and protect the outdoors, with the expansion of the Bodega Bay Trail, advancements towards the trail along Highway 12, and new trails on Taylor Mountain. Families will have more chances to play in nature and improve overall health. In a great display of collaboration with the community, a park in the Moreland neighborhood will come to fruition this year and serve as a place for people to gather, for people to remember, and enjoy the outdoors. The Ag Preservation and Open Space District partnered to preserve some key irreplaceable lands on the coast, among them the Kashaya-Richardson property, which grants tribal lands back to our local Kashaya tribe, and the amazing Estero Ranch, which has long been a coastal jewel worthy of preservation. So as we protect our natural resources, we will also continue to advance business initiatives to assist local leaders, as Ben provided earlier in his comments. The Economic Development Board provides tools to help local businesses grow and expand. They also provide support and outreach to Latino business owners. And while 2015 was spent in preparation, this year does mark the Year of the Entrepreneur. This initiative is designed to help further grow the entrepreneurial ecosystem in Sonoma County. Assistance programs like the EDB's Microloan Concept Project nurtures young entrepreneurs. Now, while the launch of Creative Sonoma brings support and education to our vibrant arts community and enterprises, one thing is for sure: the EDB is always moving forward with creative initiatives that help our local community thrive. Now, as the strength of Sonoma County's local economy continues to grow, we heard from Dr. Nicholsberg, we do remain one of the strongest economies in the state. And while this allows us to expand investments internally and within our community, we do so thoughtfully and with a focus on how best to serve our community. We have worked diligently to establish a solid foundation for the county's finances, one that is sustainable going forward. 2015 also saw the establishment of a new Citizens Committee to advise the board on pension-related matters aimed at ensuring a fair, equitable, sustainable, and transparent county pension system. One of our board's proudest accomplishments in 2015 was a financial commitment of $13.5 million to build 100 miles of new roads. To do that by 2017. Should have been done last year, right? And this new investment brings the total general fund contribution to road repair and maintenance to a record $25 million annually. This board, this county stands committed to improving roads, and that's evidenced by the fact that we invest more local roads here in Sonoma County than any other county in the state of California. An area we have made huge strides on and will continue to further in the coming years is our ability to outreach and engage our community. To do so in as many ways as possible. Enhancing civic services and engagement is an overarching goal that in many ways guides our ability to accomplish the other three. The opening of the Roseland Village Neighborhood Center last year for interim uses offers an excellent example. Rather than delaying services in one of our most vulnerable communities, we worked collaboratively to open this center to offer Zumba classes, library resources, and an extension of the Boys and Girls Club. Is that applause started by Keith Woods? You're doing the Zumba classes, right, Keith? Okay, fair enough. So after an extensive community engagement process, I'm thrilled to announce that just yesterday, this Board of Supervisors approved a developer for the Roseland Village who will soon begin construction of a mixed-use development of approximately 70 affordable and 100 market-rate apartments, a public plaza, and a variety of other community spaces and commercial opportunities. An additional way that this community and this county rallied as a community of providers in 2015 was in a response to the Valley Fire. We saw hundreds of acres of land burn in Sonoma County and thousands throughout the region. We lost critical infrastructure in the geysers area, closed roads, and put many residents on notice that they may need to evacuate. And while we were spared in Sonoma County in comparison to our neighboring counties, we also reached out and provided support to our neighbors in need. County personnel and resources were sent, and donation drives were organized by people like you. The giving hearts here at home never cease to amaze me. So as I look back at 2015, I'm proud of what we accomplished collectively. And I'm filled with excitement about where we are headed in 2016. It will be my great honor to steer the board as chair during my 8th and final year serving as a 5th District Supervisor. The initiatives and work and the work product that we accomplished this year will serve Sonoma County for many years after I depart the Board of Supervisors. Change is the only constant. And the changes ahead bode well for both Sonoma County and my young family. So I leave you with several provocative words from one of the all-time soccer greats. And I'm sorry he's not from Colombia, but and a video where we are headed this year that is sure to impress. Success is no accident. It's hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing or learning to do. So please join us in 2016 for the great things ahead, for community, for making today better than yesterday, for progress. Here's to a great 2016. Thank you, Sonoma County.
This episode of Sonoma Center is brought to you by Beats, the other red meat.
Welcome to Sonoma Center, where we report on the exciting world of progress. I'm Floyd Marks.
And I'm Rico Harris.
2016, going to be a big year. Let's see what's in store for the Die-Hard Progress fan. One of the most complicated deals in the last decade is finally resolved. Lights are on, doors are open, and classes are in full swing at Roseland Village.
You know, this was truly one of the most complicated plays between county and state all season. The sheer number of passes.
And interceptions.
Record-breaking. Let's run down the stats. 1 library completed, 1 Boys and Girls Club at full operation, 4 seasons of concerts, events, and business workshops, and 5 wildly popular Zumba classes per week. Check out this footage. Did you look at those feet?
Wow, timing. That's like the Icky Shuffle Plus. Now that's how a victory dance is done.
Booyah!
Oh, give me some progress. Next up, power ranking.
Who's getting better and why? 2015 was a better year for the spawning season. Now, look at these fish. This is what salmon should look like. Coordination is truly amazing. Floyd, you don't see teamwork like this. You take an inflatable dam, you build a new fish screen, make a new fish ladder, and boom, you got a thriving ecosystem.
And the viewing platform for the public?
Being built, bam!
Progress! Now this next story is something that will make you feel really proud. And I don't mind telling you, it's a story about technology that works. This is the SoCo Report It app.
Looks simple enough.
Yep. Potholes, debris in the road, litter, take a picture, and report it. But check out what happens when this technology is placed in the hands of a professional citizen. She's in a holding pattern, spies the light, notices it's broken. Enrico, watch this move here. Snap, finger, tap, tap, send.
Whoa, that's fast. Let's see that again. Would you look at that face? I mean, that is sheer love of the game right there.
And here's a quick list of other things you'll be able to report from your phone soon, like noise complaints, stinky sewage smells, building code violations, unpermitted vacation rentals, and money falling from the sky.
I'll look forward to that. Now let's talk turf. Not your home turf, the turf at your home, the real stuff. We're talking turf now. It's time-consuming, taxing, and terribly tough to take care of.
Tell me about it.
And we have a drought on.
Testify.
Now here's a fact. 1,000 square foot lawn guzzles 22,000 gallons of water a year.
Is that a lot?
It's 7,000 Gatorade buckets, Floyd.
Whoa,
The jumbo orange ones.
that's a lot of water for a bunch of grass.
Exactly. Now, how do you drop that number by at least 50%? You huddle with these people.
We come to your house and we show you how to remove your lawn. We explain how to convert your irrigation from sprinkler to drip, and we suggest low water use plants appropriate for your site, all for free. First, you can convert at the valve.
If you feel comfortable using PVC cutters. Cutting the outside pipe and introducing a filter and a pressure reducer. And then topping off with the laterals.
Crazy good that is. That's the home team advantage right there, boy. Home team advantage.
And that's progress. And it looks like it's time for the play of the day. Today's play is a simple answer to a difficult question.
How do you get from point A to point B in the quickest way possible?
The answer? Straight up the middle. Look at this smart train.
Would you look at that speed? Straight as an arrow, thing of beauty.
No bobbing, no dodging, no weaving, just right up the middle. Straight line down the field. And we're going to see a lot more of plays like these in 2016, with service from Santa Rosa to downtown San Rafael in late fall.
And sets of 3-car trains ready for peak commuter hours.
2016. Booyah! The train has left the station.
Woo woo!
Let's wrap it up now. The 2016 season is looking good, Rico. Should be a great year.
If you like progress.
Which I do.
Booyah, Floyd.
Booyah, Rico. Booyah, everybody.
Give me some
progress. Yeah.
Dab it.
You're going with that?
Well, what am I supposed to?
Progress.
Progress.
Thank you, Efren. Thanks for this great video. I think it's a real boost for the morning. Go out and have a great day, make it a great year, and make it all about progress. Thanks again.